Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Today, I'm going to go over and I'm going to design and make and show you how you can make this graduation sign. It's a porch sign. It's made out of pine and plywood. The pine is 5 foot long and it's 7 1/4 inch wide. And all the yellow that you see here, that's all made out of 2 millimeter plywood. Got that off of Hobby Lobby. I bought a pack of them. I think it was fairly cheap, so I just went and I bought the pack of them. They're 14 inches by 14 inches, and cut them all out, and everything's glued on there. You can do this for a welcome sign. You can do this for any kind of porch sign that you would want. But this one's for a graduation sign that I made. I'm not worrying about um, any infringement on anyone's. They designed this lettering or the music notes. This is for me. I'm not selling it, so there's no copyright I have to worry about. But I'm going to show you how I made this sign, how I designed it in lightburn. So we're going to jump into lightburn, and I'm going to show you the process of how I went making this. So let's jump over into lightburn, and let's start with that. All right, so in lightburn, you're going to start. This is what it was when I created and made it. The Aces, it's Edenton Aces, and that's the school, and it has the home of, and then graduate, and then she's into music, so I definitely want to make sure I had music notes put in it for her. So nice thing about this is if you go on to if you go into any of these online stores, they're going to want like probably 60, 70, 80 bucks for them. You can create these yourself for a fraction of the price, probably roughly around $15. Not much at all. So that's the nice thing about it is you can create and customize these your own self. So we're going to go back into lightburn, and we're going to go ahead and design this. All right, so we're going to draw a box out, and we're going to make this box the width of 7.25, and we're going to make the height of 50. No, we're going to make the height of 60. And let's see if we're close. Yeah, this is just a little bit longer. That's fine. So you got your height, you got your width of your pine. Now, the other thing I wanted to say too, before I get too far with it, the other thing I want to say is with doing this, I went ahead and I pre-painted all the wood. That's the first time I've done that. Normally, I'll go ahead and I'll cut everything out, then I'll paint it. What was nice with this is I didn't have to worry about that. It was so much quicker, so much easier. I painted the blue, and then went ahead and painted the yellow sheets. Painted each one of these yellow sheets yellow. It just was so much easier. The black soot that you would think normally comes with it wasn't much at all. Most of the stuff was underneath it. You had flashback from underneath it, but it really, really wasn't much at all. It just wiped off. If I needed, I could have got a little bit of water, put a little water on it, and wiped it off. So it was much, much easier to pre-paint all the wood first. First time I've done it, and that was awesome. All right, so back into lightburn. Now, I went on the internet and I found these little graphics, and I thought that's what I was looking for with them. So I decided to go ahead and download these and or copy and paste them onto lightburn. And what you do is you just highlight one of them, right click, and trace image. Lightburn is very, very good at tracing these images and getting them the way you want them to be. So you don't usually have to mess too much with the slide bars. When I hit OK, that comes out real nice. Let's go ahead and do the music notes now. Trace image, hit OK. They came out perfect. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get we'll start with the graduate, and we're going to hit our A, type in G, hit the selector tool. Now we're going to right click on this, and we're going to come down to edit text shape. You see you got your G. We're going to go ahead and hit our enter, R, enter, A, enter, D, enter, U, enter, A, enter, T, enter, E. Yeah, that's it right there. Now you can go ahead and you can do uppercase or lowercase. If you didn't have uppercase selected, you can go ahead and select it. It's got bold if you want it to be bold. And we're going to go ahead and hit OK on that. Now, that's going to be our writing that we want to have going up and down, like what we have right over here. Now, we already see it's way too small, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this much bigger. Way too big. Still too big, probably. Let's go ahead right about there. Let's see what we can do with that. That was centered. Let's go ahead and click and then center it into the middle. Now, I think that actually looks pretty good like that. I think that's good size for us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and work on the cap. Let's go ahead and we'll put the cap to the size of what we're looking for. And I think that's pretty good. The way I had mine set, if you look over here, I had it on an angle. I just thought that kind of looked nice. And if you look at it, you see you're separated the 2025 from the cap. Where over here, it's not separated. I'm going to show you how you can do that real quick. All right. Now, let's get it a little bit bigger. And let's get it to the spot we want. Let's turn it right about there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click the 2025. We're going to ungroup it. Click the 2025. And we're going to set an offset around that. And that actually looks pretty good right there. So let's go ahead and click OK. And now we want to get rid of these little anomalies that you have here. So let's click on the anomalies. We're going to ungroup the offset. Click on that. Hold Control, click on that. Hold Control, click on that. Right click and delete them. Now, didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and select them all. And let's go move it up just a little bit. And with moving it up, I think that looks pretty good. No, let's go down just a little bit. Right there. We'll leave it right there. Let's group these. And let's go ahead and select. And let's see, Control B for Boolean. Let's see what I'm looking for. That's the one I want right there. Union A or B. Now, we still have those anomalies, so we're going to have to ungroup this. And let's click our little anomalies here. Right click and delete. Now, this is going to be your preference, however you want it to look. That looks good to me, so I'm going to keep it right at that. Excuse me. Now, when you go to cut this out, you're going to have an issue with this 0. The 2 is going to cut out fine. Both 2s are going to cut out fine. The 5 is going to cut out fine. But that 0 is going to cut out all of this, so it's going to be one big hole. The way you can get around getting rid of that hole and having it to where you see what you see with the outer and then the inner is if you click on it. Well, let's first we're gonna draw a little box, make it pretty long, and we're gonna take this box here, and we're gonna put it into about the middle to where it looks like it's pretty lined up and down. Now let's go ahead and move it over a little bit, and let's shrink that in a little bit more. You don't want it so wide. You won't have enough of the 0 to look good. So I think that'll look good. Let me show you in my design here. Let me swap it over and make sure we're on the right camera. We are. If you look at this, hopefully you can see it. Let me switch so I can see what I'm looking at. If you look at this 0, it it's got a little line underneath, a little line above, and that's going to keep that 0 into what you want it to be. Otherwise, it's just going to be one big hole cut out. So I wanted it to look like this, so I went with that. All right, let's jump back into Lightburn. So you have what you're looking for. Let's go ahead and hit Control B. I'm going to click this one and click that Control B. And let's see. No, let's actually make this one a little bit longer so it goes outside of that. Now let's slide it into the middle and let's turn it just a little bit so it's more unified up and down. Let's come over just a little bit more right there. And let's go ahead and select both of these. Let's group those. This is your preference on how you want it to look. So it's however it is you want to see it look. That I like that. So let's go ahead and hit subtract A from B. Now when it's going to cut this out, remember my pine is blue, and all these other accent pieces are all yellow. So when you cut it out, you're going to look at this will be cut out, so that's going to be blue underneath this. This is going to be cut out. This one's going to be cut out, and that's going to be blue underneath those. Blue under this 2, blue under the 5, and all the rest of this are all around the outside is all going to be yellow. That I liked. That came out really nice. So that's how you're going to get your cap to look to what it is you want it to look like. Now let's go ahead and let's select one of these music notes. Ungroup them. Now I need to get rid of, because I just wanted to cut it out. So I'm going to go ahead and let me select all these, period, to have them up straight up and down. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the outer one. Hold Control, select the outer one. The outer one, select the outer one. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete those. Because I want this cut out and I want blue shown under that. I want this cut out with the blue shown and that cut out with the blue shown. And then all the rest of it's all going to be yellow. Let's do the same right here. Let's get rid of the outer one, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of the outer one. Now let's go ahead and get rid of the inner one and the outer one of that. Right click, delete, and let's get rid of the inner one of that one. Delete. So we're going to take this one here, we're going to group it, and I'm going to slide this one over to wherever I want to see it at. So let's slide it over to here. And I like mine angled a bit. As you can see, they're kind of angled. Put them wherever you want to put them, but I kind of like mine. I didn't want it straight up and down. I wanted it angled. Let's take this one, move this one over, and we'll put this one right here. Angle that one in. Let's take this one, put this one on the bottom here, angle it in. Oh, we'll go back. I didn't grab that middle part. Group it so it doesn't do that again. Bring it down. Let's angle it in, and let's make this one a little bit bigger to kind of fill this bottom up. Yeah, like that. And now let's take this last one, and we can put this last one here, and let's angle that one in a little bit. There. So you can put them wherever you want, create it however you want. You can put your school name down here. You can put your child's name down here. You can put your child's name up here. But that's it. That's how you create your sign. And now when you cut it out, it's going to cut out all these pieces. And that's going to all be yellow. Everything you see here is all going to be yellow. And then all the rest of this around the outside of all this is all going to be blue. So that's how I went ahead and created this one. And as you can see, it came out real nice. That's going to be it. As you can see, that's a real easy project. Not much to it, not much involved. You can always add more stuff to it. You can add, if they're into sports, you can put sports in it. You can footballs, baseballs, basketballs, volleyball, whatever your child's into. She was into music, so she is into music, so that's why I did the music notes. But in my video, I'm going to show you the machine cutting it out. I'm not going to show you putting it together. You put it together however you want to put it together. I'm just going to show you the machine cutting it out, and that's going to be it. That's going to be a real quick, simple project. Like I said, on the internet, these things go $60, $70, $80, I mean, and up. So you can create, design it your own self, however you want it to be, and it's a fraction, maybe $15, maybe $20 total. I mean, it's not even, it can't be anywhere close to 20. But when you're done with it, you can take your wood, you can put it through your planer, and then, or you can cut out take out each one of those pieces that you put, the plywood that you put on there, plane it, and you didn't lose any of your wood either. So you can go ahead and you can create other stuff with that pine wood. That's what I'm going to do with it once this is over. I'm just going to put it right through the planer and take all that yellow off it, take all the blue off it, get it back down to its natural color, and then I'll be able to make my other signs and different things with that other wood. So really, I'm not losing anything except for a little bit of paint. 3 of these, because I did mess up some of them, so I had to redo a couple of them. 3 of these pieces, a little bit of the Gorilla Crazy Glue, the gel, and not a whole lot of the paint, but I got all these out of Hobby Lobby as well too. But it covered real nice. So I lost a little bit of that paint, a little bit of the gel, the plywood. Other than that, the blue pine, I can, like I said, plane it and you reuse that wood. So really and truly, you're not wasting but maybe $8, $9 if you look at it that way. So that's it for my designing of it, of creating of it. Like I said, I'm going to drop a video at the end of this year of the machine cutting out the letters and the stuff, and that'll be it. So hope you got something out of this. If you did, if you learned something, anything, drop me a 1 or a 2 or 3. If you enjoyed it, let me know you enjoyed it. Drop some comments down below. But I think that's it. That was a good little nice project. Save a lot of money and reuse the wood later. But if you learned something, like I said, give me some comments below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share, all that. So if you would just please do that for me, I would really appreciate that. But I appreciate y'all. Till the next one, stay safe, and we'll come up with something different next time. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.